All right, all right. Let's see if we're live here. Still waiting for it to show up on my screen. But some of you out there might be able to hear me already. Let's find out. And here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and I am live streaming. And once again, you are joining me for the Hero Hour. There's nobody here just yet, but that's okay. I've sent out some invites. We'll see who's able to join, and we'll have a little bit of fun. I had gone by the comic book store today, picked up some books to share. May or may not share them this evening, but I got one issue in particular that was really beat up, but it just looked fantastic, and I have no idea if it's worth anything. I seriously doubt it in this condition, but I wanted to show it to you now. This is Invaders #1 from, let's see, what year is this from? 1975. The spine's rolled. There's like a chunk out of the side of the book, actually out of the cover. But this is gorgeous. Let me see who actually did this. Let's see who did the art here. Frank Robbins. Okay. This is gorgeous 1970s Marvel art. Nice old yellow book. The cover is all wrinkled too, but still, I saw it and just had to have it. It's just so cool. Namor taking a shower. That's good. That's the way he's prepared to go into battle. Hey, Fearful Milk, how's it going, man? Just checking out this old comic, and oh wow, these pages are horribly, horribly beat up and yellowed, but you know, it's still pretty. That's a great page right there. Guessing that's still Roy Thomas, or what's his name on art. Ooh, there's an ad in here. G.I. Joe meets the Amazing Atomic Man. Very good. Hasbro, 1975. Very cool. A very pretty looking book, comic-wise. But this particular version, oh, wait a minute. Marvel value stamp for this issue. Clip them and collect them. Series A, number 37, The Watcher. Oh, wow. All right, just out of curiosity, I want to do a quick search and see if this if this was in mint condition, what it would be worth. So let's check out Comic Price Guide. Fearful Milk says, I need to do stuff for my comic. I can't find something I need for the 4th page. Oh, yeah? What's that? Log in real quick. And we're looking for Invaders #1. Let's see. 1975 is what we're looking for, not 2019. Let's see, 1975. I wonder if it's under The Invaders. Invaders Now. All right, doing just a little bit. We're doing a little bit of history searching here. There we go. The Invaders, 1975. First appearance of Donner Series A value stamp with the Watcher. Yep, that's true. Let's see. This is the, oh, wow. If this was in mint condition, which it is not, beat to crap, it's worth about $50. But in this current condition, let me see. With the chip out of it, I'd put it as Yeah, it's only worth maybe $1, but still, it's very cool. I don't know. Somebody might like this. All right, all right. Well, let's get to what we're really here about, and that's drawing. Get out my pad of paper, and we will get to work. He says, I wrote stuff explaining stuff I need. The video will probably be out next year for the comic promotion. Be right back. Okay, cool. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. Let me make sure I get the camera up. Oh, this might actually be a short live stream tonight if nobody's here, but that's okay. I have been known to entertain myself. Like I said, I did get other comics this evening, and I may share them, but we had just got back from the store, so I hadn't even had time to take them all out of the bags and boards. So, you know what I could do? If nobody's here, I could do stuff that everybody hates. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to force anybody into that. I have an idea for a new hero pinup type image that I want to work on. So I may work on the layout for that. That may be what I work on this evening. Or I may just draw something for the fun of it. You never know. Sometimes inspiration hits and you just draw because you want to. You want to have fun. Oh, well, let's see here. I have a particular character that I've been working on the designs for. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I have this princess character that I'm working on, and I have an idea for a pinup for her. We'll see how that works out. We'll see. It's clocking. Is it clocking? All right, I don't know if it's clocking for everybody or not. Oh, hey, Ahmed, how's it going? Show your wife and she could tell all of us an embarrassing story. Oh, I don't need her to be able to do that. I can tell you guys embarrassing stories all by myself. You hear her? She said, ain't that the truth? Yeah, Ahmed wants to hear embarrassing stories. I've got lots of those. My wife just said, every day when you walk through the door, your pants fall down. That didn't happen every single day, but it has happened enough times that my wife snickers at it. That's what happens when you should be wearing a belt and you don't have a belt on. Just so you know, belts are a good thing. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to do a particular pose with this. That's right. I'm putting the arm up here. I know everybody out there are big Lego fans, but I just found out today that the next Lego set that's coming out, the next blind bag, the little minifigure set, for those of you who collect those, is going to be a DC superhero set, and it's going to have some really cool looking figures in it. And I told Mike tonight I'm really excited about getting a hold of those. They have like the 1939 Batman, the 1941 Wonder Woman. They have a Sinestro and a Simon Baz Green Lantern. They have a Huntress, a Dark Knight Joker from Dark Knight Returns, which could be really, really cool. But I know how much everybody loves that stuff, so I look forward to when they come out. Oh, I did get a Lego set this evening, one of these mini pack sets that looks like a lot of fun. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. All right. I've had a lot of fun drawing this character so far. Oh, I just screwed up her nose completely there. But she's like a little cute little character, and originally she was going to be a human, but I've decided to put her in Heroes World just because there's more possibilities with that right now, and a lot more. I personally would have more fun with it being in Heroes World, and actually that nose is really screwed up. Gave her too much of a bridge on the nose. I don't want it to have a big bridge. I want it to be short and cute. But she is a mouse. She's based on a mouse. So that's what we're working on for the design. Hey, what's up, Mr. Dillard?
Hello there.
Did you come in to rescue me?
What happened? Are you all by your lonesome?
At this moment, I'm all by my lonesome.
What a loser.
I know, isn't that horrible?
Yeah. How do I screen share?
I don't know.
This is terrible.
Down at the bottom.
Who are you drawing? Is that a mouse?
Yeah,
That's horrible.
It's a character of mine.
Is it a kangaroo mouse?
No, it's just a regular mouse.
Damn it.
The irony is that her best friend / protector is that giant cat character that I created, Crom.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Tom and Jerry type of thing, but with a girl. Don't you see the irony? Down at the bottom of your screen should be a button that says share.
I got it now.
There you go. All right. All right. So what are you working on? Oh, this is Rick's pages, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I didn't want to do that where he's kind of like flying up with his hands flopping like that. So I'm making it more dynamic a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you're helping him out doing a little bit of the drawing, huh?
Yeah. Just some stuff. I'm trying to keep the feel of the pipe.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Other than that, not doing much of anything. I'm supposed to be moving the house, but who wants to do that?
Yeah. Well, my daughter finally moved out, so we actually moved our bedroom into one of the actual bedrooms. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
That would be my wife. She's very happy to have a bedroom.
I thought that was a Tuscan Raider. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Well, when we were living with Granny for the past almost 2 years, we didn't have a bedroom either. We kind of took over the family room in the back of the house. Mm-hmm. So this is the first time in like almost, actually longer than that, almost 3 years that we haven't had a bedroom.
Oh, that's not very long.
Yeah, well,
you guys are spoiled.
Oh well. There's only some things that the women in our lives can take for so long, and then after that point they get frustrated and they stop not being willing to do things.
Oh. Ew.
That's not what I meant, dear.
Was positive that's what you meant.
Honey, we'll just have our bed in the middle of the dining room. It's okay. No.
So I wanted to give him like a Rocketeer pose, but I wanted to make him like.
Yeah, but the main problem is, Dave, you don't mind your ass hanging out.
Oh my god. Is that
Oh
even
yeah,
true?
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on.
He muted himself.
Sorry, I just had to yell at her.
That's how you know the fight is getting interesting. The mute button goes up.
Or just doing it to get laughs.
Honey, I was on mute while I was yelling at you. So obviously I'm not trying to do it for laughs. God damn these women.
I know, right?
Why do we put up with them?
I don't know. That the answer to that is getting more and more convoluted and gray every day.
Yeah, well. I kind of like mine. I don't know why, but it drives me freaking crazy. Hey, Dee's here. And Dee says, "Dear God, keep you made another furry pants on. You made another furry. I'm shocked." Oh, yeah, heaven forbid should I draw what it is I like to draw. Hey, that's the advice that I give to young artists who come into my store and talk to me. They always say, "Can you give me, can you give me some advice for drawing?" And I tell them two things. Number one, draw every day, and number two, draw what you like. Don't listen to anybody else. If you like drawing manga, or you like drawing furry animals, or you like drawing street scenes, or whatever, draw what you like. You'll be happier. Isn't that right, Dillard?
Yeah, you'll be happy. You won't get better, but you'll be happy.
Well, it's how you start. It's not, Oh, I did stop your screen sharing, by the way. I didn't mean to do it that way.
Oh, you fiend.
Well, I was trying to stop the spotlight, and
you're trying to pull a Avery on me, where you have me drawing, but not actually showing me.
Well, no, he does that to himself. So, oh, geez, this nose is totally screwed up.
Don't talk about Rick's noses like that.
Talking about my nose.
Oh.
Actually, you know what I should do is I should draw a regular nose. And then, okay, I see what I did wrong.
Let me see what's wrong with the nose.
I pushed it out way too far. I'm a little bit happier with this one.
Are you not giving her a mouse nose?
Well, she's got a little button nose type thing, so.
Oh.
Yeah, Ahmed, I'm not telling you any embarrassing stories about my wife. Not this evening.
Oh, I saw what happened with Ahmed last time. You had to time him out.
Yeah, I had to time him out.
He was getting a little fresh.
He was getting a little fresh, yeah. I love that kid. He's great, but I have a very firm rule that it used to be there was an incident one time where Todd and Avery and my buddy Romel were all over at my house. This is when my wife and I were first married, and I had a very firm rule. You guys can make fun of me all you want. You can make jokes at my expense, no big deal, but you're not allowed to make fun of the wife.
Uh-huh.
That is a very firm rule, and I had made a bad joke, and Todd just started ganging up on me and making fun of me, and then he switched it up and said something bad about my wife. And at the time, he was in college, and he had these curly dreadlocks type. It was a really he looked really stupid, but he loved his hair. I mean, his hair was like the most important thing to him. And I got up, grabbed a pair of scissors, walked behind him, grabbed a chunk of his hair, and I snipped off a little piece. And he freaked out. I said, "You don't make fun of my wife." And he's like, "Oh my God, look what you did to my hair." And it's actually, believe it or not, we actually have it on video.
Nice.
It was a very small little piece, but at the time he was very, very, very vain about his hair. And I told him, I said, "Listen, don't make fun of the wife. No jokes at her expense at all, period. You can say whatever you want about me. That's fine." So, but
Yeah, that's how you know this guy's serious. I mean, yeah, you mess
Yeah.
around with a lot of guys, you play games and all that stuff, but every now and then you'll catch a guy, he gets a little bit too serious about his chick, and then it kind of gives an indication to everybody else, like, oh, this guy might be serious about her. Maybe he's gonna marry her.
Well, I had another firm rule when my daughter got older, is that she was included in that. You don't pick on my daughter. You can pick on my son because he's a guy. He has to know how to take guy humor.
Yeah.
He has to be able to take that, and he dishes it out just as well as he gets it. So I've trained him well. Matter of fact, he and Avery have teamed up against me sometimes, and it's pretty funny when it happens. But Avery's has been very proud of the way Mike is able to stand on his own 2 feet and shoot right back at you. So
that's good. Yeah, you can't be making fun of girls. They can end up with like real bad self-esteem issues. And
well, see, when it comes to my daughter, she can not only can she take it, she can dish it right back out because she's very much one of the guys. Yeah. And I tell her that all the time, and she's like, "No, Dad, don't say that." I said, "Honey, you're one of the guys," because she's the type of girl that if you pissed her off, she would lean back and just punch the shit out of you, and has no problem with socking you in the head.
And she's okay with getting socked back?
Well, I mean, it's probably happened before, but I don't think it's happened very often. But the point is she's not afraid to, she's not going to go cower in a corner. She's going to pop you a good one. And so my guy, they know, don't screw with the girls, don't mess with the girls.
Yeah, I got a firm policy that you don't mess with the girls, but I wouldn't expect, I'm not the kind of person that will be like, I'm okay with girls hanging out, even, you know what I mean? Because it's not a.
I was the only guy in the group that had kids, so they were around. So no, that's not necessarily true, dear. She said I'm the only guy in the group that was having sex. Well, yeah, I was married.
Yeah, I was the only guy in the group that was having sex with one woman.
That's but yeah, the age difference between me and my friends and our children are like 20 years apart. So Todd and his wife have children, but they're very young, where my kids are, the oldest is 26 and the youngest is, I got to do math, 24. No, I don't think so.
He's 26.
Yeah. Well, hell, I forgot how old my daughter was. Honey, this is not the Andrew and Jennifer show. She keeps coming and trying to get in on the action.
It could be.
Oh, it could be, but all right. I think I drew him way too big for this character. They're not. He's not like huge compared to her. Well, he is huge compared to her, but he's not. Like, if you think about it, do you remember the movie Commando, where you had Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's her name from Who's the Boss? That's the kind of.
I don't know actors' names.
Oh, the one that was crying recently. What was her name? I'm sure somebody out there knows.
She's famous for crying recently.
Yeah, recently. Alyssa Milano. Yeah, that's it. Dilla, do you not pay attention to the social justice news?
No. You work very large, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, most times.
Yeah, I have a tendency. I don't like to draw small. That's just the way I am. But I've already screwed this image up, so I may have to play around with it some more. But
I watch you draw, and I get jealous, but at the same time, I'm like, forget this guy.
yeah,
Because you draw with your whole arm, like you draw from the elbow.
I draw from the elbow.
Like your hand when you go up on the paper, your entire arm goes up on the paper instead of just your wrist.
I don't know what you mean. Okay.
Because I don't my elbow is stationary the entire time I do an entire drawing.
Really?
I only draw with my wrists, and I just manipulate the paper to get around it.
Oh, no, I go all around. I do everything. I move everything as much as I need to. I rarely move the image, except like if I'm inking.
Right,
you know,
right.
When I'm doing like
a painterly style. Yeah. Like when you go to art class, they tell you, draw with your whole arm. Make big sweeping gestures, big gesture drawings. I mean, that's probably why your gestures are so good.
I'm thinking I might be able to save this. But I forced his anatomy into this small space, and that's why it's wrong. Because like this is supposed to be his back, if he's hunched over.
It looks like it,
yeah. But when I step back from it,
it looks almost like it does look almost like she's in midair and he's jumping up at her.
Yeah. That's not what I was intending to do. So, all right, we're gonna stop this. I may still use it, but it's not what I was.
Put it in the maybe pile.
The maybe pile. Yeah. Let me start backwards this time.
So bored.
You're bored. Why are you bored?
It's cold, and I can't go outside and do anything because it's too cold.
Oh yeah, what's the temperature like there?
It's like a blistery 71 degrees.
I was about ready to say we had the first freeze of the year yesterday. It got down below 35, but then
a freeze. What is that?
A freeze where it gets under 35, and you have to be careful of the pipes.
32 degrees is freezing.
Oh, 32, 35, whatever. But we had a freeze warning, but it didn't last very long. The temperature is now back up to. Actually, today it was like in the 60s, and it's supposed to get up into the 70s for the weekend. So it'll be a nice weekend around here.
No, it rained all day. I had this load going to Oxnard, which is like about 130 miles from my home base, and it was raining the whole way there, but it was sprinkling. But after I got there and I started heading back, it was like a constant big fat rain downpour. And like you couldn't go 12 miles without having to slow down because somebody crashed and the freeway was all closed down,
Oh, yeah.
So I had to drive the whole way back, no faster than like 45 miles an hour because the rain was so heavy. You can't really drive those trucks that fast in the rain. And having to stop every like 12, 13 miles for an accident.
One of the guys I work with, one of my coworkers, had his car totaled when he hit a semi tire in the road going down 95 doing about 70 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the people around him were moving out of the way and he didn't see it till he was running over it. And he said the thing jacked up underneath his car and busted up a whole crap load of stuff on the under the carriage, and the insurance company totaled it because of it.
Yeah.
I never thought that could happen, but I guess if you hit one of those big things at a speed like that, it's going to happen, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you drive a big rig or do you just drive a regular truck?
I drive a big rig.
Okay. Now, when a tire blows out, do you know it?
Um, yes and no.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're listening, like you don't have the radio on,
Mm-hmm.
you hear it. Like somebody just like let off a shotgun in the back of your trailer.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you got the radio blasting and the windows up, there's no feel.
Really?
Yeah. You don't feel it.
How many tires can you lose and still drive?
Legally, none. But
Oh, well, I mean,
but
all right, let me put it a different way. How many tires?
Way.
How many tires can you lose and safely get to your destination still?
4.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. We call them they're highway alligators or whatever it is down here in Florida.
Yeah, they call them that in the CB radio. They got a gator in the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what that was until somebody told me. I was like, really? That's what they call them? But yeah, because you see them all the time down here in the South.
Gators or tires?
Tires, the tires. So
I'm scared of gators.
oh, we got lots of those too, man. My the building I used to work at down St. Johns County, which is like south of here. There was a time when my wife and I owned a scooter, one of the Vespas, and I drove that to work from time to time, just because,
because they're awesome.
It's really good on gas. I mean,
you
put 2 gallons of gas in, it'll last you all week, But one day I was leaving work. And the building, it was a newer building, and they literally built it in the swamp. And as I was leaving work, there was an alligator crossing the road heading towards the pond. And I was heading towards him on my scooter, and I saw him. So I went around him. And as I went around him, he lunged at me. And I was like, oh, crap. So I drove back to the building, and I went in and told security, hey, there is a gator out there on the road, and it lunged at me. And the lady's response to me was, well, he probably lived here well before we got here. And I'm like, well, right for you. But needless to say, they put up signs around the parking lot over near the water areas that said, do not feed the alligators. And it was because of me and my incident. And those signs are still there to this day. So that's my lasting contribution to the Citibank parking lot building.
You should have went back and shot that alligator.
Well, I didn't have a gun, but I should have called Avery. Avery would have done it for me. But I don't. In my mind, it was like a 20-foot gator, but it was probably like 6 feet, 5 feet. But still, when you're driving by on a scooter and the thing lunges at you, you don't stick around to get its name,
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let me see what's going on in the chat. People over here talking. I've been to Oxford on ATS, says JP. Oh, Kodiak's here. Hey, John Dillard's here. Misfit, are you on Twitter? Says Fearful Milk. Yes, I am. JP says, Kodiak, don't worry, they don't read chat. You're so wrong. And then Kodiak says, laugh out loud, JP. Andrew is whack. Yes, I am. Let's see. Just a Rican in his comic says, nice stuff going on. Thank you, sir. Oxnard Dillard, do you live in California?
Yes, I do.
And JP says, all of them. Yes, he does. He says to D. And then just a Rican in his comic says, wow, amazing. Oh, sure hope he's not talking to me. No, I'm just kidding. And then Kodiak says both. And then JP says, John actually just sits in his driveway and pretends. D says, cool, thanks, JP. Fearful Mix says, Andrew, what would be the worst thing you could think of personally? And then Ahmed says, what did you think about the new Black Widow trailer? And then Fearful Mill says, also, please read my tweet. Okay, I'll read your tweet when I get a second. John, did you see the trailer for Black Widow?
No.
It's not bad. I like it a lot more than Captain Marvel, which I never even actually saw Captain Marvel. To this day, I still haven't seen Captain Marvel. But they introduce, and you get to see him in the trailer, Taskmaster. and he
What did
looks
they do to
horrible.
him?
Oh, he looks horrible. Do you remember what's his name from the Captain America movies, Crossbones?
Crossbones?
You know how he just had a mask and some padding and all that.
Shut up! They didn't
That's
give
what
him.
they. That's
They
what
give
they
him
made.
a hood at least.
Nope, no hood.
Oh, come on!
On his face mask, it kind of looks like a skull, but it's all black, so it's not even white. Yeah, I know.
That's just,
and
I'm
like,
racist.
oh, yeah. Well, I asked my son if he knew if they were putting out any Lego sets for Black Widow, and he said there was an announcement that there is a soon to be coming Marvel set, but it didn't say what it was. And I said most likely it's a Black Widow set. But it has what's his name from Stranger Things and the Hellboy remake as Red Guardian. He plays an old, out of shape Red Guardian. And what's his name? The guy in Stranger Things that plays the sheriff.
Cop?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He Harbor. He plays Red Guardian in this movie, and they introduce Black Widow's sister, who just happens to be a blonde type Black Widow character, which is, if you ever read the limited series for Black Widow, they introduced a new Black Widow and she was a blonde. So I'm thinking that's what they're doing, is they're introducing somebody to take her place in future Avengers movies. I almost said X-Men.
What's her code name?
In the comics, they just called her Black Widow. Yeah, but she has, I forgot what her name or what her real name is, but she was a blonde, which, Black Widow to me is a redhead.
Yeah. I was super jazzed when they came out with that Marvel versus Capcom 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Taskmaster in there. Like, I mean, out of all the designs for all the characters in that game, him and Nova were probably the best looking ones. And they had him
really?
Just in the way that they had him walking in his cape and everything that was flowing around. You know how they do it over there at Capcom.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it was
very
great.
very anime manga-ish in design. So that is cool. Did he have a Captain America shield?
No. Wait,
No?
did he? No.
Well,
no.
In the preview, he has a bow and arrow at one point. So you see him using a bow and arrow.
I guess. I think he does. He does have a bow and arrow, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I think kind of bow and arrows are kind of whack.
Unless you're Hawkeye, right?
Even then. I always thought Hawkeye was whack.
I always liked Hawkeye. But I
know it's not like correct to say in this community because Hawkeye is the victim of SJW shenanigans, but I always thought Hawkeye was whack anyway. So
oh yeah.
I didn't care.
I always liked him with Mockingbird. I always thought the two of them made a good couple. So
yeah, I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this girl's supposed to be Native American or what. I don't want to change her face too much.
Which girl?
This one that I'm drawing right now.
Oh, we can't see your drawing.
Oh.
Got to share your screen again.
I was screen sharing. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I told you I turned you off because you were taking up the whole screen.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. All right.
So, see, this is her without the... I don't know if she's supposed to have the big broad nose or... So I'm giving her a little bit of that.
That may just have been Rick's style of, I don't think he was intending to make her a certain race.
But I know that they're in the back of their plane. They're carrying a body, right?
Okay.
And the body is his character Snowdrift. And these two people are flying Snowdrift out from the Canadian wilderness. So there might be some sort of Inuit people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe like a half and half kind of deal. So I'm not sure.
Did he like give you a script or something to follow along, or?
No, but I read Snowdrift.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not true. I didn't read Snowdrift. I did. I was watching one of his streams when he was talking about Snowdrift, so that's how I know the story.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see here. Yes, D say the Red Guardian looks badass. Ahmed says David Harbour. Yes, that's the name. Kodiak says a blonde Black Widow is stupid. The whole point of her having red hair was inspired by the Widow's red hourglass, which is kind of the theme that they go with. Kodiak says, I thought Hawkeye stunk even when I was a kid. Well, that was because you were stupid when you were a kid. Fearful Mick says, Misfit. Nadie says, Andrew's furry Hawkeye is the best Hawkeye. Yes, my Hawkeye is fantastic.
I own that Hawkeye.
You do? Oh, you own one of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, I own the definitive one.
You own the, I think it's the one where he's jumping out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But that's not.
I got two of them, and one of them, I didn't like it.
You didn't like who?
I don't know. I didn't hang it up, so I didn't like it.
Oh, man, that sucks.
But the ferret one came in, and dude, like the body mechanics and the pose was perfect.
Well.
You could feel the weight of his feet, and you could feel the weight of his claws on his feet. It's great just looking at it.
Yeah, sometimes I knock these things out of the park, you know?
Yeah, you do.
That was one of my favorites, so that's cool. I'm glad you have it.
And I got that one hanging up right now.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, the whole character, the whole reason why he became into existence is when I was working. I was the early days of working on Hero, and a buddy of mine said, "Hey, can you do a commission for me?" And I'm like, "I can't. I wasn't taking any commissions because I was committed to working on the book." Well, he said, I just want a sketch of Hawkeye. And I said, okay, listen, this is what I'm going to do. And this is the deal I made with myself. I said, I will draw your commission of Hawkeye for you, but I have to do another version, a hero version of Hawkeye in order to maintain I'm only working on Hero. And when I created the character, I fell in love with him almost immediately. And I said, I've got to find a way to put him into the story. And he became part of the story. And for Hero Book 1. And when I created his character for the first book, there's a certain part in the book where I'm like, oh, I just got to bring him back. He's just so much fun. So he comes back, he makes a reappearance, because originally in the script, he showed up, he was introduced, and then that was it. That's all you saw of him. Mm-hmm. But we brought him back, and he plays an important part in the return of him. And then he actually is a focus in the first chapter of book 3, because it tells the story of when Hero's mom and dad met each other. And Hawkeye was there at the time. He and Hawkeye, Hero's dad and Hawkeye have known each other for a long, long time. And I threw a twist in the fact that he was a swordsman, and he met Hero's eventual mother, and she was a bow maiden. And he was like really impressed with her ability to use a bow. And he kind of makes a deal with her. Says, when this war that we're going to go fight in is over, maybe we can switch. And she says, yeah, I can teach you how to, use a bow. And that's what he's known for. So it kind of gives a little switch when he was first introduced. So, all right, this is Crom. He's looking great. And I'm going to figure out a way to add this image and this image together. I'll probably just do it digitally, but I'll reverse it and have her like jumping out at you. But I want to do a full body of him. So I'm going to shrink this image down and blow this image up and put them together, and then do because I think I like this pose for him, and I like this pose for her, but I don't know if I want to give her a sword. Part of me thinks that's a little silly. I'll have to think about it. But all right, so.
Well, what other weapon could a tiny character use that would be effective?
I don't know. Well, she is there's more to her. That's what I'm trying to say. There's more to her than just her cute little appearance. She actually has a far greater purpose, a far greater pedigree, so to say. And
she's
you have to.
She's a secret princess.
Well, she is a princess, but she's a princess of whom is the whole thing. Actually, princess isn't her. Princess is her title. So.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know. That's the kind of cool thing. Today's the 4th, right?
It sure is. By gum.
Man, this month is screaming fast.
Right? I'm like counting the weeks of like paychecks and stuff.
I told my kids, I said, I get one more paycheck before Christmas. So whatever I have left over, that's what you guys are getting for Christmas. That's your gift. I'm going to give you some money. There's not going to be a lot of it. So, all right, we're going to stop sharing you for that at the moment.
Of course you are.
Well, you can share again if you want in the future, but for now, we're going to go back to me because I got stuff to show you. All right, hold on a second.
As long as it's not comics.
Yeah, Fearful Milk says, remember how I said about how I go around tons of live streams? I just found one scamming people with spirits. Okay. Kodiak says, damn, Drew's a dick. Don't take that shite Dillard.
Oh, I don't. I'm sharing again.
And then Arthur says, laugh out loud. Yeah, so whatever. Whew. Hey, you don't care about comics. Never mind. I was going to show you the old comic I got this evening. That's kind of cool. It's from 1975. It's Invaders #1.
That's old.
Yes, very old. And this is a really beat up old copy. If it was in mint condition, it'd be worth probably about $50, but it's not. It's probably $1 or $2. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a #1 featuring Captain America, Namor, and the Human Torch fighting Nazis.
Oh,
or as we call them, social justice warriors.
Nazi.
Nazis. All right. Oop. Saving that video. Let me see. Stop.
Damn it.
Got to be able to show people what I'm doing. This is my show.
I was right in the middle of a continuous curved line.
Now, is that a man and a woman or two women?
It's a man and a woman.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Except I didn't draw him any sideburns. I should draw him some sideburns.
Is that what denotes a man in your world?
Yeah.
The sideburns?
Nice sideburns like this.
All right, we're back to me. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to share? I have comics I can share, but Dillard doesn't like comics, so.
That's okay. I can just not listen.
Oh, okay. Well, excellent then. Then we're going to share some comics. All right, because I know everybody here likes comics. Well, you know what's so funny? I do my my previews review where I flip through the Marvel and DC previews, and Avery's like, the people in your live stream, they hate that when you do that. And I'm like, I know that, but when I clip that out and I make it its own separate video, it gets like 3 times the views that my live streams do. It's one of my more popular segment is doing that. So. Fearful Milk says, gotta go. See you, man. All right, man. Take it easy. So it's like, I do this for you guys, but I also do it for all the other people out there,
Nuh-uh. I only know about me.
Yeah, I know. All right. So here's the stack that I got this evening. We'll go through them and take a look and see if there's anything in here that anybody out there is looking for, because you never know. I found a whole bunch of detective comics, so I picked all these up. This is issue 622. This is who's on art in this one? Let me double check. Ooh, very freaky. Maybe, let me see who's on the art. Oh my gosh. Ooh, wow, that's a cool image of Batman. Kodiak probably would like that. It looks like a demon or whatever. Actually, it looks like the demon on the cover, but the cover's by a different artist, so. Let's see. Ooh, Flint Henry did the art, or some of the art, and then Mike McCone did some of the other art. Flint Henry is actually pretty cool. I actually own an original Flint Henry piece that I may show you guys a little later. We got a Doctor Strange number 63. I believe this is from the Paul Smith days, but let me double check. No, it's Carl Potts. Okay, interesting. I like the cover. It's a little beat up. This is probably going to go in the get it for free because it's so damaged. But we got a Marvel 2-in-1 here, The Thing, and Marvel's latest greatest superstar, the Aquarian. This is in a time where they were making up, crazy characters. I got an issue of Deadpool Pulp, issue number 1. It's got a really nice Jay Lee cover, but I don't know who did the inside art. Let's take a look and see. Adam Glass and Mike Benson. Art by Lawrence Campbell. I don't think I've ever heard of Lawrence Campbell. Yeah. Fantastic Four 253 by John Byrne. The Flash number 20 by LaRocca. Let's see, got a couple of She-Hulk issues here. Savage She-Hulk. This isn't the one that has the really funny splash page. Nope, it's not. This is Mike Vosberg on art and Frank Springer. Very cool.
How do you know all these names?
I just make them up as I go along. You should know that by now.
Oh,
this one's an Ethan Van Sciver, Green Lantern Rebirth number 5 of 6. I think I have a whole set of these, but I got to double check. But if I don't, I'm working on completing a set of them. Oh, here's the one. This is Savage She-Hulk number 12 from 1980. You open it up, you really have got to see this. This is a Mike Vosberg pencil. She's on her knees, kind of like crying out because something spilled, and there's a guy like holding her shoulder and another guy standing over her, and this is a really, really sexist splash page, but then again, She-Hulk. I got some issues of Batman Beyond in here. This is issue number 6. This is from, what date is this? 2016, so it's not that old.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up your YouTube channel so I can see what you're referencing.
Okay.
There's no way to look at it in the Zoom, huh? Oh, yeah, there is. Never mind. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Okay, go ahead.
This is, I guess this is a limited series. This is Spawn Blood Feud, issue number 4. Story by Alan Moore and art by Tony Daniel. I just grabbed this because, people are going to come looking for Spawn, and I could try to convince them this is number 4, and, it's worth a lot of money, but it's not. Got an Uncanny X-Men, a random issue here, 224. This one is actually really cool. I should have saved this one for Avery. This is a 4-issue limited series from 1987, The Demon, with story and art by Matt Wagner, the same guy that did Grendel. And this is actually very, very cool. I don't think I've ever seen this series before, so definitely going to be on the lookout for more of those issues.
What happens in that story?
I don't know. I've never read it. I didn't even know it existed, so it'll be interesting. This one is actually kind of in memorial. This is issue number 1 of the Robin limited series from 1991. This is the Tim Drake Robin with a fantastic cover by Brian Boland. But the interior art is done by Tom Lyle, who recently passed away. And Tom Lyle did a lot of work on the Robin series. And, these stories were actually really good when they first came out. It was be interesting to go back through and reread some of this, but Tom Lyle's in a better place now. Got 2099 World of Tomorrow, issue number 1, the blockbuster first issue. I remember having this because it has Pasquale Ferry art in it, and this is a time when they were just doing crazy stuff, and
that's cool. I like that. I like that little scene.
Yeah, check it out. This has a wraparound cover.
Oh, what?
You got Spider-Man 2099, and you got the X-Men 2099, and the Fantastic Four 2099.
The girls on there remind me of that when Adam Warren did a few things for Marvel.
Mm.
Kind of I like that style.
All right, here's an interesting one. This is the New Adventures of Choli and Flytrap. This is issue number 3. It's from Epic Comics, which is a Marvel imprint. Has art by Arthur Sudan, the guy who does all those zombie covers.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his interior work, and I don't know, it just looked interesting. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it's definitely got a weird feel to it. None of it's painted, which is what he's known for. He's got a painted cover, but we got Avengers number 359, just a random issue of Avengers. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is from the Peter David Todd Knock run. Superman Secret Origins. This is a 6-issue limited series. I'm trying to get all the issues too, because this has a fantastic story by Jeff Johns and art by Gary Frank and John Sibal. And this is good Gary Frank. This is Doomsday Clock Gary Frank. So this
is the cover also Gary Frank?
Yep, the cover is also Gary Frank.
That's weird.
It's nice.
I don't know. Superman, he has kind of a meh kind of pose. You know what I mean?
Well, he made him. If you look at the face, that's definitely a Christopher Reeve type face. So.
Yeah, but he's kind of have like his cat just got ran over kind of pose.
Well, he's looking off into the distance and he's thinking about you, is what it's supposed to be. You know?
I don't know.
Well, actually, all the covers for this series had Superman or Clark Kent surrounded by, the characters who were the focus of that issue. Mm-hmm. And this one just happens to be his birth parents. So there's another one with him as Superboy with the Legion in there. There's another one with him as a kid with some of his friends from Smallville. There's one of him with Lois and Perry and so forth. All the covers had a theme to them, and this is just one of them. But like I said, I'm trying to complete a set of this, so it's nice. Now, this is interesting. I think I have this issue already. This is Mephisto versus the X-Men number 3, but that's not exactly what the series was about. This has John Buscema on art, but I actually picked up 2 other issues from this series, and you'll notice... crap, I don't know how far down they are, but we'll get to them eventually.
Who is that he's stealing a kiss from right there?
Rogue, of course.
Is it?
Yeah, believe it or not, she had this really crappy haircut back in those days. And her white streak was more of a random white thing. So
more of a bald patch.
Yeah, pretty much is what it looks like. Yeah.
Is there a reason Mephisto isn't more mainstreamly popular than he is?
They tried to make him a bigger, badder bad guy in the Daredevil run with Joe Quesada on art. Mm-hmm. And because he was in there, and Joe Quesada made him this overpowering demon character, and he just he then became Spider-Man's foil for the Brand New Day storyline or One More Day storyline or whatever. And then,
do you think it's the hairline?
I don't know. I've never cared about the character at all. So mainly because he's not the devil.
I always kind of liked him.
Well, he's not the devil. He's a devil. He's not.
Yeah, right. I know. But I like the characters that bluster. I like Doom. I like Strange, and I like Mephisto.
Oh yeah. You like the bad guys, huh? You and my son would probably get along really well. He likes the bad guys too. But I actually picked up.
Doctor Strange ain't a bad guy.
Oh, I swear I thought you said Doctor Doom.
I did say Doom. I said Doom, Strange, and Mephisto.
Okay. Well, this is issue number 2 of this series, and it's Mephisto versus X Factor instead of the X-Men. And issue number 1 is Mephisto, or issue number 4 is Mephisto versus the Avengers. I believe issue number 1 is Mephisto versus the Fantastic Four. So the title changed for each issue of this limited series, depending on who he was going up against.
Nice.
Yeah. They didn't do crap like that anymore. That was awesome. All right, so back to this. We got a couple of random Batman Beyond issues here. Got another copy of Uncanny X-Men number 203. This is with the Beyonder and Phoenix, and it's pretty awesome. John Romita Jr. art. I always liked his stuff from the X-Men days. I liked it better in Daredevil, but in X-Men it was still cool. Now this is something weird. This is a Detective Comics issue number 617, and somebody had a price tag of $9.99 on it. I seriously doubt it's worth that much, but I'll have to double check it. You never know. Could be a valuable issue, but somebody threw in the 50-cent bin. But then we got another Flash issue, another early Flash issue, number 13, another 157. Marvel 2-in-1, Tigra and the Thing. Look at that cover. That's fantastic.
That's another character I never liked, the Thing.
Yeah. Oh, I like Tigra. I think she's an awesome looking character. She's also an easy one to draw in color because she's got like one color pattern. Here's an interesting. This is Batman 464 from 91. This is a Bogendorf or a Norm Brayfogle issue. I don't know why I'm getting those two guys mixed up, but I never owned this issue as a kid, but this is fantastic. Gotta love Norm Brayfogle. I mean, the cover is so weird. Batman as some type of man-bat creature is fighting a demon of some type. That's just very cool. I got another Marvel 2-in-1. This is the Thing and the American Eagle. I wonder if this is his first appearance because it says in introducing the American Eagle. This could be worth some money. Yeah. An early Green Lantern issue, number 199. This is back in the day where they were their rings didn't work with yellow, and he's getting ready to face off against a guy who's all in yellow. So this could be interesting. This is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 1. This is one of the collector editions from way back in 1989, where they did alternate covers of this book, and it was just different colors. This is the pink or the neon pink version. I don't think any of them are worth any more than any other one, but it's kind of cool. The first new solo Batman book since
I was thinking to myself that I figured out what will save Star Wars.
Somehow this pink cover of Batman made you think about saving Star Wars?
It did.
Okay, tell me.
You put Rey in a dress and give her a pink lightsaber.
That's coming. There's a Barbie doll coming of that. I guarantee you that. Another Marvel 2-in-1. This is the Thing in Quasar.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Just a random issue of Star Wars, issue number 27. We got an Action Comics by John Byrne. I don't know. This is just a funny looking cover. It's got Lois Lane and Lana Lang fighting it out. Down at the bottom, it says, I guarantee this scene does not appear in this issue. Signed, John Byrne. This will be fun to check out. Another Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing, and guest starring the Beast, Miss Marvel, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Wonder Man. Avengers assemble. It's clobbering time. Okay, this could be really cool. I like this one. Issue number 51. Here's issue number 86, The Thing and Sandman. That's right. We said the Sandman. It's been a rough day, okay? It's been a rough day. Heck, it's been a rough life. Now it's time to relax. And they're sharing a beer, and there's the Return of the Impossible Man, a character I have never been a fan of. Got a random Silverhawks issue from Marvel's Star line. This is based on the kids' cartoon, and actually somebody came into the store this last weekend looking for Silverhawk comics, and I didn't have any, so now I have one. Here's another Detective Comics issue. This is the same series or the same storyline with Flint Henry and Mike McCone on art, so this will be cool to check out. This is an awesome one. This is Detective Comics number 604. This is the Mud Pack storyline where Batman took on all 4 different variations of Clayface. And this is a fantastic... oh, wow. Look at the poster. That's pretty cool. Nice little poster in the middle of the book. But this is Norm Brayfogle on art. This is actually parts 1, and I picked up part 2, which I believe... I now have all 4 parts, so I can put these together as a set in the store. Here we go. This is another one of that series from Detective Comics with Flint Henry and Mike McCone. Just really crazy Dick Sprang covers. It's time, Batman. Time for Catwoman's revenge. That's funny. Here's another random detective issue with Norm Brayfogle. Cool. Here's a Wolverine issue. I don't know about this cover. This is a really weird looking cover. Andy Kubert cover from 1980, or this is issue number 89. Have a random Batwoman. Sorry, I almost called her Batgirl. I almost insulted her. From the New 52. I have a couple of these in the store, and believe it or not, there's people looking for them. So here's a Flash issue. This is just a random new one. Issue number 46 with Scott Collins on art. So that's kind of cool. Haven't seen a lot of his stuff lately, so that'll be cool. A random Sensational Spider-Man issue with art by Clayton Henry. Painted art, of course, because he does that painted style. Another Wolverine issue. This is issue number 93. Along Came a Juggernaut. Another Adam Kubert issue. That's a really screwed up looking Juggernaut, but hey, whatever. Another random Batman Beyond issue number 12. Random Punisher issue number 8 with the incredible Steve Dillon on art. And issue number 1 of that Spawn Blood Feud. All right, glad you're here. Now we're almost done. We're wrapping up. We're on the last one. Spawn Blood Feud number 1. I don't know if that series is worth anything, but hey, somebody out there will buy it for $1.
Maybe it's worth something to you.
Yeah, maybe not. But all right,
so all these looks like Ahmed Rodriguez and D Loves All Things are beefing in the chat right now. It's getting good.
All right, let me go back to the chat and see what they have to say to each other. Let's see. Fearful Milk, He left. Ahmed says, I got a sketch idea. Did you still have a blue Sharpie? If you do a Captain America from the MCU movies. I could do that. D says, you like Tiger because she's almost a furry. Ooh, damn. And then Ahmed says, D, stop saying furry all the damn time. It's okay, Ahmed. It's okay. I've gotten used to it. It's like calling one of your buddies, a derogatory phrase. You get used to it. Whatever, You know they love you, and it doesn't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing. Buy it. Come on now.
Well, hey, I wanted to take this opportunity. We, from time to time, especially when Todd comes on, we go over to the auction sites and we take a look at original art on the auctions. And I was recently, because we were moving stuff from the jam-packed living room into our bedroom, I moved like 6 bins of art back there. And this evening, because we had to have the maintenance guy, long story short, we had the maintenance guy over, so I had to lock the dog in the bedroom. He didn't like to be alone, so I was in the bedroom with him. And I was going through the bin.
Shat all over the carpet.
No, he didn't. He did not do that. He's a good dog. But he was freaking out because he hates the maintenance men, and he also hates vacuum cleaners, and they were vacuuming and cleaning out the drain.
Is the maintenance man black?
No, he's not. But my dog doesn't like anybody in the house. But the point that I'm trying to make is I got to spend a good half hour going through some of the art, and I found a few pieces I wanted to share with you all. I actually have some that I don't want to share until Avery and Kodiak are on the stream, because they would appreciate them a lot, but there's others that I want to share just for the heck of it. So I brought out some art, and let me grab it. This is stuff I don't think I've ever shared with you guys before.
I am ready to not appreciate it.
Oh, well. Screw you, Dillard. No, I'm just kidding.
Since you're not going to share it unless Avery's around.
Well, that's a more well, I'll give you a sneak preview. I have some more that it's
show me a little something. Hike that dress up a little bit.
Well, that's exactly what it is. I had found an artist on eBay who was selling his art, and he was it's not comic book art. And here's one of the pieces that I got from him. Oh, wait a minute. What's the name? I wrote the name. This is Raul Valenzuela from circa 2016. This is a lingerie illustration.
Sounds Mexican.
Yeah, could be. But it's not comic book art, but it's gorgeous art. And he had put up several pieces, and I was able to pick up a couple. And this is one of my favorites. It's very, very, very simple in the design, but powerful at the same time. I figured you might appreciate this too, simply because he did it on the colored paper. So like all her skin tone and all he just used the colored paper for that, and then used highlights from like colored pencils for like shadow under the arm and highlights on the legs and so forth. But
Mm-hmm.
pretty nice, pretty nice. I do have a second piece by this guy, and this one is another one of my favorites. And like I said, this is not comic art, but it's beautiful illustration work. Anyway, this is another one by the same guy. This is there's some watercolor in here, as well as some marker and so forth. But just beautiful, simple images. What do you think?
I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I think they're lacking a little bit of character in the face.
Well, that's part of the simple model. I think I think this guy did work for a lingerie pinups for a lingerie
Oh,
book,
so
and that's what this is
we're
from.
looking at the lingerie. We're not looking at the character.
Yeah, the face isn't important. It's the lingerie she's wearing that's important. But honey, it's not bad. It's gorgeous, you know. But let's see what else do I want to show off. I had some others, but I'll wait. I'll wait for Avery and Kodiak to be here. I don't know. I think they
Oh, you son of a.
you appreciate it just as much. I know, but I want to wait for them. But this is a guy who I bought several pieces from, and he does illustrations for gaming magazines. And oh freaking A, what is the guy's name? Leaf Jones is his name. This is one. Actually, I think all of these are unpublished. Let me double check. Does this say unpublished? Nope. This is a fantasy elf illustration that he did. He did, like I said, he did a lot of illustrations for gaming magazines and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this one was actually published, but it's a really nice penciled image. A lot of shading and a lot of different techniques in it, but it's a pretty illustration. I mean, it's very small. It's like, you know, they when the guys do illustrations for gaming magazines, they can get away with stuff like that. And Avery would tell you that's true. Avery's been known for some of the illustrations that he did for gaming magazines, do like 3 on a page type of thing. I mean, he shared some of those with us. So, you know, those guys, they get paid to do take a lot of shortcuts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I really wanted to show you. This is a 6 character series that he had done. These are done all in Copic marker, and he just did. They're 6 different aliens. These are unpublished. This was originally intended for a game that I think. Do I have the name of the game on here? Unpublished. Halcyon 6 illustration. These were 6 different illustrations that he had done. What's so funny is he put them up on eBay. He had listed them separately, and I ended up getting all of them. And as he put them up, I bid on them, and I won them. And I said, hey, if you're going to put up the next one, don't ship it out till I get a chance to win all of them. And luckily, I did. But when you're looking at something from the standpoint of somebody who has really good control with a Copic marker, these illustrations are fantastic. There's 6 different aliens. This is probably the most human of the aliens. His human faces are a little weird, which means this may not be a human. Could be just an alien with a human face. You never know. But this one's actually kind of cool. Very much like a Groot type of character.
Yeah, yeah.
I just love the way he did the black shadows and with the cool grays throughout, and you can see like the spots on the guy's neck and on his ears. It just makes it work so much better. But these are fantastic illustrations. Oh, here's another one.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's just pretty.
This one, the lines, because the other ones, the lines on the outfits are kind of throwing me. This one works perfectly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here's the
Ooh,
last.
look at that shadow.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Now, what's so sad is I bought all of these separately, but I wouldn't dare sell them as individual pieces. If somebody wanted to buy these, like if I had them in the store, I'd sell them as a set because I don't think I could separate the set. You know? But
I think that people would want them as a set.
oh yeah. Well, that would be the thing. I had what was it? I had like 3 pieces of art. Oh, I remember what they were. They were Cully Hamner pages from Blue Beetle, from when he first did Blue Beetle, the new Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have Blue Beetle in them. It was the main kid, and he went to bed and then he woke up and he like took a shower or something. I mean that's what the sequence of pages was, but it was 3 pages, and this guy who wanted to buy one of the pages from me really liked the whole layout of the page, and I said I really can't just sell one because they go together. All 3 go together. So I made him a deal to buy all 3 of them, and I pretty much sold it to him at cost just so I could keep them all together. I originally he was going to buy the 1 page for a marked up price from what I paid for it, but I didn't want to let all 3 pages go separately, So I made him a deal and he took it. But in my heart, I knew all 3 of them were going to stay together, at least with this person. He may sell them later on, who knows, whatever. But in my mind and in my heart, I knew all 3 were together as one. That's what I would have to do with these. I wouldn't be able to sell them individually. But yeah, you're right. This one is. You know what? The thing that throws me is with his background is there's no shadow on the background. The shadow, the background is more or less just shapes.
Yeah, it's more design, like wallpaper.
Yeah. I do like that one. And I guess I really not 100% sure, but I think this is the only female in the set. I'm assuming it's a female. She does have shapely bobs.
She got breasticles,
Yeah. But I like this guy's eyes. The effect he did with the eyes is pretty cool.
What's she yelling about?
I don't know. We set up her sewing, or she set up her sewing machine in the living room so that she gets to play with her stuff, with her table.
Mm-hmm.
And she forgets that I'm live streaming. She goes, I said fudge. Oh, well. All right, well, needless to say, I've got a lot more art, and I will be showing them with you guys on later streams. So Friday, expect more art to come out because I got a whole stack that I want to share with you guys. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm not gonna tease you. That's always mean. It's always a mean thing to do, to tease people.
Yeah, don't tease me.
Don't tease them. All right, everybody. I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out with me. Dillard, thank you so much for filling that void left by Todd and Avery and Kodiak and so forth.
That's what I do best.
You fill the void so well. That's what she said. Oh, well. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll catch you all next time. And everybody be good to each other. And Ahmed, I'll see you this weekend. Oh, wait a minute. I should actually read what was going on in the chat. Oh, they were just going back and forth about furries. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Oh, hey, wait. Before we do that, Dillard, is there anything I keep forgetting to include my guests? And is there anything you want to push on to people and to force onto them and make them pay attention to? Or
there is.
Oh, tell me. What is it?
My YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, it's called Dillard Draws. You can go there. You can watch Dillard draw in a superior manner on a daily basis.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
It's very difficult to be 100% on all the time and just shit excellence like I do.
Yeah. I understand that's a difficult thing to do.
But I figure out a way every day. Go
that's
over
fantastic.
There. Go to Dillard Draws and subscribe and check it out.
Your wife has got to love you for that, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Take it easy. We'll see y'all Friday. Bye.